Hi everyone, my name is Ashley Buck with my second book critique. My first featured book is called If I Ran the Zoo. The author and illustrator is Dr. Seuss. The genre is a children's picture book. The award is a Caldecott Award, and the reading level is from preschool to second grade. This book is about a little boy named Gerald McGrew who dreams about running the most outrageous zoo ever. He dreams about having so many exotic animals and unique animals like an elephant cat. This book is filled with so many fun, clever rhymes, creativity, and imagination, which is why I specifically picked it for my featured book because this just gets the students thinking about their imagination and will prepare them for the lesson that's going to be upcoming. The first lesson is a second grade language arts lesson. After reading the book, I will discuss with my students some of the concepts that occurred in the story. The discussion will revolve around the questions listed below. After this, the students will move on to a more interactive activity with a website called Storybird. Storybird is a very cool resource. It allows the students to create their own stories and use their own imagination. They get to choose their own images and how long they want the book. It is a very cool resource and tool. The theme of this activity would be to have them think about them building their own zoo and the animals that they would put in that zoo. The Ohio State standard for this is that all organisms alive today result from their ancestors, some of which may be extinct. Not all kinds of organisms that lived in the past are represented by living organisms today. My second book is called Coming on Home Soon. The author is Jacqueline Woodson. The illustrator is E.B. Lewis. It is a children's picture book and a multicultural book. The award is a Caldecott Award, and the reading level is for preschoolers to fifth grade. This book is pretty much about a little girl named Ada. Her mom just moved away to Chicago to leave and work so she could provide for her family. It is a book that is set during the World War II, which brings up a lot of history for the students to understand. It is just Ada and her grandma living alone in the country in their small house, and they somehow figure out a way to survive during the cold winter until her mom comes home. So, my first lesson for this book would be after reading it, I would have the students be led into discussion with the following questions. Some are asked before the reading, some during, and then after. This gets the students engaged in the story. And then I will continue to have them proceed to fill out a Venn diagram online through this website called Read, Write, and Think. It is a very cool website that allows students to choose different colors, make the circles their own size, and add many different circles as well, and title it. So the theme for this Venn diagram would be a Chicago living life compared to living in the country community. Um, and after the students fill out this Venn diagram, I will have them pair up with another student and share the Venn diagram that they filled out. And this share and they can compare and contrast their ideas that they thought of. The Ohio State standards for this would be a theme of families now and long ago, near and far. The first grade year builds up on the concepts developed in kindergarten by focusing on the individual as a member of a family. Students begin to understand how families lived long ago and how they live in other cultures. They develop concepts about how the world is organized spatially through beginning map skills, and they build the foundation for understanding principles of government and roles as a citizen. My third book is called Wild About Books. The author is Judy Sierra. The illustrator is Mark Brown. It is a children's picture book with modern fantasy. The award is an E.B. White Read Aloud Award, and the reading level is from kindergarten to second grade. So this book is pretty much about, it's just a book about all these different animals represented, and um, as as you go along and read the book, you learn more about these animals, and the book is just good for finding the culture and where they live and all about these different animals within this book. My fourth book is called Seven Blind Mice. The author and illustrator is Ed Young. It is a children's picture book that won the Caldecott Award. It is from kindergarten and fourth grade book. This book is pretty much a story based on the ancient fable of the blind men and the elephant, where six mice take their turns examining these different parts of an unknown large object, where they come to find out the object carefully and find out that it is a elephant. And it wasn't until the seventh mouse that went and discovered this object that they discovered that it was a elephant. My fifth book is a classic of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. The author and illustrator is James Marshall. The genre is a children's picture book and modern fantasy. The award is a Caldecott Award, and the reading level is from preschool to second grade. And we all know this classic story where Goldilocks wanders far from home and stumbles upon the house of these three bears, first sitting in all three chairs and tasting all their porridge and lying in all their beds, and then she finds the little baby bear's item to be the most suitable for her in all of the three cases. So thank you so much for your time, and this concludes my second book critique.